We are in a battle involving autocracies and democracies. And nowhere is this more important than what's going on in the Middle East. The government, the regime in Iran is the head of the snake. So this week we've witnessed yet another tectonic shift in the Syrian government. We'll wait and see what that means. But what it should mean to the people of Iran is that change is, in fact, possible in the Middle East. You may have to wait for it, but it will come. And I think that if I were a citizen of Iran in opposition to the regime, I would be very encouraged today to know that this is, in fact, possible. The rise of U.S. energy leadership is something that's going to happen in the very near future. It is going to be one of the instruments in our vast array of ways to influence things around the world that we can bring to the table. The renewed emphasis on the necessity of having friends and allies is going to be very important. As we go forward, I think in seeking and achieving regime change in Iran, public-private partnerships are going to be very important. It's one thing to topple a regime, but it's another thing to have a good plan for the day after that regime has been toppled. Make no mistake, Iran is on its heels, but it's still a very dangerous government. And last year in Paris and in Berlin, we saw a powerful demonstration of support and intent by United States, Canadian, and European nations in Paris. All the while in Berlin, 50,000 people marched in support of the NCRI, Mrs. Rajavi's leadership. Today we meet to recommit to the idea that, as in Syria, change is also coming to Iran. A clear democratic change based on Mrs. Rajavi's 10 points, which I've always labeled as Jeffersonian in principle. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in dangerous times, but dangerous times also have great possibilities. Iran is now recognized for what it is. The NCRI is increasingly recognized by the United States and global media as the voice of opposition for the future of Iran. I carry a small book with me. This is the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. It is, the oath of office is the one that the president makes and officers of the American military carry. I propose that in the near future, Iranian people be given a book that will have two things to it. Part one is Mrs. Rajavi's 10-point plans. You can. Part two is the Constitution, the new Constitution of the government of Iran. And I hope we have these books with a 10-point plan as a reminder that this is Jeffersonian democracy that we're talking about, and it is a bipartisan issue, and it is an issue that no American can dispute. Thank you very much.